Hello, this is going to be a tutorial on how to solve a 5x5 supercube. Now, I've already scrambled this one up a little bit, so you're not going to be able to know what it looks like until it's actually solved, but basically it looks just like the 4x4 supercube. In order to know how to solve the 5x5 supercube, it's really important that you know how to solve the 4x4 supercube. Now, I'm going to do my best to cover all of the steps. That way, if you don't have a 4x4 supercube or you just never learned how to solve it, you should still be able to get the 5x5. But again, it really helps if you already know how to solve the 4x4 supercube. If you want to know where to get one of these, Cube4U sells this exact supercube, which is the Ishin 5x5 supercube with this stickering, and you can buy that at cube4u.com. Or you can try somewhere else or making your own stickers. This method works for all kinds of supercubes. So it can be a Reuben King cube, it can be a Shepherd's cube, it can be this type of cube, it can be the one with like all the colored arrows on it like you see on the Gabasoft simulators. This is just a method. It doesn't really matter what cube you apply it to, it will work for all supercubes. So let's go ahead and get started. I've already scrambled it up here, and so I'm not going to show you the scramble, but we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. The first step is to get the one of the faces. Obviously, is to get all the centers, but I've already done one of the centers here, and this is what the center should look like when it's done. You should have the center tile. You should have all of the outside, and you'll notice that it has a main color, which is white, and it also has these secondary colors. That is what makes the supercube different than a regular 5x5. See, for example, I couldn't do this on a regular 5x5 because it wouldn't be solved. You'll notice that this little blue hash here doesn't match up with these green. That's what makes the supercube different. So anyway, that's how you get them. Or that's what you need to end up with. So let's go ahead and go over how you get that. I'll do it on the yellow face. All you need to do is match up little rows, 1x3 rows, just like you would on a normal 5x5. And you'll notice that while you are aligning the pieces, make sure you have the right ones. Like, for example, I can't align this yellow right here and this yellow because the secondary color doesn't match. And that's really the big deal when it comes to supercubes. But you'll notice that a lot of them orient themselves. Like, for example, all I need to do to get that one is to put it up there, and it automatically matched up the blue. I didn't really have to worry about, like, there's no way for me to get the purple down there. Like, it's just going to automatically do it. So really, just make sure that you're kind of aligning the right pieces, and they should do most of the work for you. So yeah, that's basically what you're going to do. You're just going to get these little 1x3 bars, and I like to start with the center tile and the two next to it, and then get the other two 1x3 pairs. So for example, I'll just start, I'll get the red one, and I'll also get the purple one here. There we go. So you'll see I have the yellow center tile, the red, and the purple. So now I should already have a pair. Yes, I do have one right there. Now this one is in the top, so let's go ahead and move it down to the middle layers, and we can start pairing them up. So again, I'll pull the green one around like that. This is just like doing 5x5, really. And again, you'll see that in order to get this one over here, I'm going to move it up, and I don't need to worry about matching up the green because it automatically does it. So as long as you're matching up the right pieces, the orientation of the pieces will match up also. So let's go ahead and put them into the right layer. Now there's two ways that you can do this. The first way, once you have your rows, is you can put them in reverse like this. So for example, I'm going to match the green here with the blue. Just like that. And the reason I do that is because now I'm going to take the blue, I'm going to replace the green, and I'm going to rotate it around and pull it down, and now the green is matched up. If I did it correctly right off the bat, here's what it would happen. I would match up the green like that, so the green is matched up with the center tile, and then I would try to put the blue in, and it would reverse them. So you have to do them in reverse if you do it that way. The other method is, instead of pulling the pair up to the center, to actually pull the empty one downward, rotate around, and then pull it back up. in which that case you can actually do the correct orientation right off the bat rather than having to do it backwards. But really both ways work, and it's just whatever way is more comfortable for you. So now that you've been able to, or now that I've showed you how to get one of the centers, you should be able to get 4 of the centers. You probably might be able to get 5, but for now just worry about getting 4, because the 5th one and the last one, the 6th one, are going to be kind of messed up a little bit. So really, once you have 4, that'll be good enough. Okay, I now have 4 of my centers completed, as you can see. Now the remaining 2 centers, it's better if they're next to each other. If they're opposites of each other, it will work, but I mean, a lot of this you need to visualize it, and so it's kind of annoying to have to turn back and forth, you know. It's nice if you can just see both of the faces at the same time. So what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to get 3 tiles on one of the faces. I like to use the front face, so in this case I'll use green. And you want to get these little center, they're the center pieces, but they're the edge ones, not the corner ones. So let's go ahead and do that. So start here. There's 2, and then 1 more. Let's go ahead and get that one, which is right there, just like that. Okay, so now that I have those 3, I want to have my last one ready to go. So at any moment I can just pull this one up and then go down, just like that, and it'll be matched up. Ignore the corners for now. Just focus on the edge pieces. So now what we're going to do is we're going to keep this one in the top layer and keep these 3 solved in the front layer. So now we're going to get first of all, let's put this one in the back. And what we're going to do is we're going to get 2 pieces that are in the correct position. Now this piece can kind of slide around and whatever, but eventually you're going to need to end up in the back with it. It doesn't have to be matched up. Like you see that this screen and this screen match up, it doesn't have to work like that. Just make sure that you get any 2 in this bottom here when this is in the top position. So for example, I'm going to get this white like that, and then I'm going to get the blue. So you'll notice I have my green in the top, I have my white and my blue. Now what should happen is this right here. This yellow piece is going to come up here. It's going to replace it just like that, and then I'm going to bring this one down. It's going to match there, and it's going to match there. So let me show you that one more time. Now, if these 2 pieces are switched, it's not going to work. So you need these pieces to be paired up. These 3 should already be paired up from before. And you should have both of these on like the same like face up here. So if the green tile, or the front face tile, is covering the green spot, see, like that, then I want the green tile up here also. That's kind of confusing, but again, let's say that like this tile right here was here. That means I want the yellow tile in the front face, or in the up face, sorry. So whichever one is coming up needs to be matching like that. That way when you replace it, that one comes down and is solved, and this one rotates around and is now solved. And so now you should have your little pluses here with solved pieces. Now at this point you can go ahead and solve the corners just like you would on a 4x4 super cube.